Hello everybody, how are you doing? I'm doing great. I'm on take 2 of this video. I won't tell you the reasons why. Okay. When that happens, it means I did a really good first take, and for some reason I have to do it again so it won't be so wonderful, okay? So I'm in 1 Kings 13. I'm going to hold a place over here in 2 Chronicles. Okay. So I'm speaking to you about disobedience, okay? I did a lovely message, but I could not upload that video, okay? So, excuse me. So I'm at 1 Kings 13, okay? And behold, a man of Aravad went from Judah to Bethel by the word of the Adonai, and Jeroboam stood by the altar to burn incense. Then he cried out against the altar by the word of the Adonai and said, O altar, altar, thus says the Adonai, behold, a child, Josiah by name, shall be born to the house of David, and on you he shall sacrifice the priests of the high places who burn incense on you, and men's bones shall be burned on you. Okay? So, and he gave a sign the same day, saying, This is the sign which the Adonai has spoken. Surely the altar shall split apart, and the ashes on it shall be poured out. So, what I'm just trying to explain to you is that there's an issue with the children of Israel with kings who are idolatrous. So when I did the first message, I put in all these extra scriptures, and so normally the second message doesn't come out so well, okay? So there's some child coming out of the lineage of David, okay? David was on the throne. There were some issues fighting amongst the throne. For some reason, we had like Rehoboam, Jeroboam, all of these other people, kings who had come on the throne, but they were in idolatry, okay? So the tribe of Judah was standing behind King David because King David was following the commandments of Yahweh. Jeroboam, he was thinking in his mind in 1 Kings 12, verse, is it 26? And Jeroboam said in his heart, now the kingdom may return to the house of David. So there's some issue in between the idolatry of the kings that follow David. I'm not including Solomon, but some of the kings following Solomon's reign through David's lineage. Okay? So anyway, so Jeroboam was thinking that the house of the kingdom, the lineage leadership should go back to the house of David. Okay? Jeroboam was not doing the right thing. He was standing behind idolatrous worship. Okay? So anyway, so I'm at verse 4. So it came to pass when King Jeroboam heard the saying of the man of Aravad, who cried out against the altar in Bethel, that he stretched out his hand from the altar, saying, Arrest him. So mind you, King Jeroboam was standing up behind the idolatrous high priests who were worshiping in high places. Okay? And so this man of Aravad came to set them straight to say, this is not the way it's supposed to be. So King Jeroboam, even though he's in the wrong, he said, well, I'm king, I'm going to sit on the throne, I'm going to support the wrong thing. Now, he shouldn't do that. Now, look at what happened when he does that. Then his hand, which stretched out toward him, withered so that he could not pull it back to himself. So when you stand up for idolatry and you don't stand up for righteousness, basically it causes illness on you. It causes some type of consequence, okay? Doesn't have to always be illness. But anyway, so verse 5, the altar also was split apart, and the ashes poured out from the altar according to the sign which the man of Aravad had given by the word of Adonai. Then the king answered and said to the man of Aravad, Please entreat the favor of the Adonai your Aravad, and pray for me, that my hand may be restored to me. So the man of Aravad entreated the Adonai, and the king's hand was restored to him, and became as it was before. Okay? So, when I did the message the first time, I explained, I really wish that the king would have said, oh my gosh, I did the wrong thing. I stood up for the wrong thing. Father, forgive me. Creator, forgive me, because I did not mean to sin against you. I realized the wrong, the error of my ways. Forgive me and teach me to walk in your right paths. I wish he would have said that, right? He didn't really say that. He didn't repent that far, but he did ask the man of Aravad to entreat the favor of the Adonai, your Aravad. So that means that Jeroboam here doesn't even claim Aravat as his creator, as his Elohim. Okay? So they don't even serve the same God at this point. Okay? They're on two different sides of the playing field. Okay? So he said, please entreat the favor of the Adonai your Aravat, and pray for me that my hand may be restored to me. So the man of Aravat entreated the Adonai, and the king's hand was restored to him, and became as it was before. So verse 7, then the king said to the man of Aravat, come home with me and refresh yourself, and I will give you a reward. Okay, let me see. Okay, so you have two players on different sides of the field, okay? King Jeroboam supports idolatry. The man of Aravat doesn't do so, and he speaks the truth of whatever the Creator says, okay? Two sides of the playing field. So the king said to the man of Aravat, come home with me and refresh yourself, and I will give you a reward. But the man of Aravat said to the king, he said, if you were to give me half of your house, I would not go in with you, nor would I eat bread, nor drink water in this place. For so it was commanded me by the word of Adonai, saying, you shall not eat bread, nor drink water, nor return by the same way you came. So he went another way and did not return by way he came to Bethel. Okay? That's what the man of Aravat did. That's what he heard from the Creator. That's what he did. Okay? So, the message that I'm speaking to you about is about disobedience. Okay? This is a twofold message. One side is about idolatry, because when you stand behind idolatry, there's the consequences that come behind it, okay? Like you don't get the support of Yahweh. I don't know, it could affect your health, affect your land, because idolatry pollutes your land. So anyway, in verse 11, now an old prophet dwelt in Bethel, and his sons came and told him all the works that the man of Aravat had done that day in Bethel. They also told their father the words which he had spoken to the king. And their father said to them, which way did he go? For his sons had seen which way the man of Aravat went, who came from Judah. Then he said to his sons, saddle the donkey for me. So they saddled the donkey for him, and he rode on it, and went after the man of Aravat, and found him sitting under an oak. Then he said to him, are you the man of Aravat who came from Judah? So mind you, I'm stating, King David was supported by Judah. The man of Aravat had come from Judah, okay? So I'm just explaining to you that Judah was on the right side at some point. Later on, when Judah was disobedient to the commandments, like the blessings or curses on following the commandments of the Creator in Deuteronomy 28, when Judah did the wrong thing, Judah did get in trouble. But right now, they're doing the right thing and supporting the correct leadership, okay? So anyway, so verse 13, then he said to his son, saddle the donkey for me. So they saddled the donkey for him, and he rode on it, and went after the man of Aravat, and found him sitting under an oak, and said to him, are you the man of Aravat who came from Judah? And he said, I am. Then he said to him, come home with me and eat bread. And he said, I cannot return with you, nor go in with you, neither can I eat bread nor drink water with you in this place. For I have been told by the word of Adonai, you shall not eat bread nor drink water there, nor return by going the way you came. He said to him, I too am a prophet as you are. Listen clearly. Listen to the voice that's speaking to you, okay? Listen, is it a voice of truth coming to you? Is it a pretty voice that sounds friendly but is really an enemy lying in wait? Okay, so he said, I too am a prophet as you are, and an angel spoke to me by word of the Adonai. He said, she said, okay? You need to test the spirit to know who you're dealing with when you hear a word from someone, okay? Now, he said, and an angel spoke to me by word of the Adonai, saying, bring him back with you to your house, that he may eat bread and drink water. But he lied to him. That's what I'm saying. Listen to what you're hearing, okay? So when I had heard this message, I immediately thought back to the Garden of Eden, when the serpent told Eve, you shall not surely die. Because what did Yahweh say to Adam and or to Eve, okay? He said, if you eat of this tree that I told you not to eat of, because there were two trees they weren't supposed to touch. He said, if you eat of this tree, you shall surely die. So are you going to listen to the report of the serpent, or are you going to listen to the report of Yahweh, okay? In this case, Yahweh told the man of Aravat to not do certain things. But this other prophet comes and says, hey, I'm your friend. You should really listen to me, I'm inviting you over to have a drink. I'm inviting you over to eat. Let's go out and chill and have fun together. He may not have said it like that, but that's kind of like how it was coming to him. Like, hey, we're friends. You can trust me, right? But you got to really listen to what people are saying. Listen to their intentions and make sure you know what you're doing. Because when the Creator speaks to you, there's life in the choices that you make, life or death, okay? Whether you obey or whether you don't, okay? So let me see. So, verse 19. So he went back with him and ate bread in his house and drank water. Okay, so you know what's missing here? What's missing here is conviction, because when he was in the king's place, he understood the instruction, like, I'm instructed to not eat and drink at your place. I must go a different way. I'm very clear on what is going on here. But here, he was already out here relaxing under an oak tree, okay? He's relaxing, and this guy caught him off guard, okay? Be careful when your guard is down that you still follow the right way, okay? So, let me see. Okay, so now, verse 20. Now it happened as they sat at the table that the word of the Adonai came to the prophet who had brought him back. And he cried out to the man of Arava. Now listen to this. Adonai used the person who was trying to deceive his own prophet. It's so weird. Like, Adonai can use anybody he wants to, but it's so weird how sometimes even the prophets can be deceptive. Be careful who you listen to, okay? So, and he cried out to the man of God who came from, the man of Arava who came from Judah, saying, Thus says the Adonai, because you have disobeyed the word of Adonai, and have not kept the commandment which the Adonai your Arava commanded you, but you came back, ate bread, and drank water in the place of which the Adonai said to you, Eat no bread and drink no water. Listen to what he said. Your corpse shall not come back to the tomb of your fathers. Now, I'm not sure. When he was dealing with King Jeroboam, he might have been in the palace. When he went back with this man, he might have come back to the palace, but he might have been in a different place. He might have been in the same city. So kind of be careful the instructions you hear or what you follow, because he may not have literally been in the same place. And like I said, his guard might have been down, okay? So this other person who tried to deceive him now is reprimanding him and saying, look what you did. Okay? That's kind of bad, okay? So I'm going to continue to read and tell you what happened, okay? So in verse 23, it says, So it was after he had eaten bread and after he had drunk, that he saddled the donkey for him, the prophet whom he had brought back. So when he was gone, okay, so I'm not saying, okay, I'm not trying to manifest negative situations, but this is what happened in the story, so please don't do anything like this in real life, okay? So when he was gone, a lion met him on the road and killed him, and his corpse was thrown on the road, and the donkey stood by it, and the lion also stood by the corpse, okay? So this is a story, don't repeat in real life, okay? So, and there men passed by and saw the corpse thrown on the road, and the lion standing by the corpse. Then they went and told it in the city where the old prophet dwelt. So when the prophet who had brought him back from the way heard it, he said, It is the man of Arava, who is disobedient to the word of the Adonai. Therefore the Adonai has delivered him to the lion, which has torn him and killed him, according to the word of the Adonai, which he spoke to him. And he spoke to his sons, saying, Saddle the donkey for me, and they saddled it. Then he went and found his corpse thrown on the road, and the donkey and the lion standing by the corpse. The lion had not eaten the corpse, nor torn the donkey. And the prophet took up the corpse of the man of Arava, laid it on the donkey, and brought it back. So the old prophet came to the city to mourn and to bury him. Then he laid the corpse in his own tomb, and they mourned over him, saying, Alas, my brother. So it was after he had buried him that he spoke to his sons, saying, When he is dead, then bury him in the tomb where the man of Arava is buried. Lay his bones beside his bones. For the saying which he cried out by the word of the Adonai against the altar in Bethel, and against all the shrines on the high places which are in the cities of Samaria will surely come to pass. So after this event, Jeroboam did not turn from his evil way, but again he made priests from every class of people for the high places, whoever wished, he consecrated him, and he became one of the high priests of the high places. And this thing was the sin of the house of Jeroboam, so as to exterminate and destroy it from the face of the earth. Okay? So 2 things I was talking to you about were, and I'm not sure how long this video will last for. The 2 things is not obeying the voice of Adonai and it costing us our health, our well-being, our life. Walking in idolatry, which we're not supposed to do, that can cost you consequences too, okay? And then so this idolatry of the house of Israel, they just kept going through rulership of dangerous rulerships that were teaching them idolatrous ways. And so that had to be rectified by, like Cyrus, king of Persia, obeying the prophet Jeremiah's words. Okay, I'm going to do that in another video because I may run out of time on this clip, so I must get up and stop the video, okay? Thank you for listening, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry the first video was not able to be uploaded, okay? Take care, subscribe, like, share, and I might do a part 2, okay? Thanks, bye.